Hey everybody, let me make sure the volume's up. There we go. I hope everybody's doing well. If you're in the room, give me a shout out, say hi, let me know where you're from. Oh my goodness, that picture of me looks rather intense. How are you guys dealing with the energies? My goodness, I find them so incredibly intense. I've not been feeling incredibly well. In fact, I even decided not to go play cards this weekend or anything. I've just decided to give it all a rest. Halo is just spent. Exhausted. I feel like I've got a cold. I feel like mind you, that's been a few days now. Have you guys found that trying to get in touch with people is nearly impossible? Like, it's not like everybody's hiding. True words. And that's okay, right? What I'm using right now, just to clear my energy, is the Call of the Shaman. I love these. They're so amazing. They smell so good. So I haven't even, seriously, like my desk is dusty, I haven't done anything in quite some time. I've just been dealing with the energies at play, and I don't know, man, some sort of emotional, let me tell you. Holy crap. Yeah, holy crap is a good way to put it. Yep, very good way to put it. I'm feeling like holy crap energy right now. I was even invited out for movie fun and frolic tonight at a friend's house, and I am just like not feeling good nor up to it. All parts of my body ache in ways I didn't know they possibly could ache. So I'm not sure what energy I'm clearing, but I'm telling you, it's deep and it's intense. I'm guessing that's the build up to Scorpio moon. And my Scorpio moon is in Neptune, so it's all about, right now, it's all about going deep and reality checks, you know, looking for those, how do you say, pointers in the universe that are leading us in some way, shape, or form or another. So say hi in the room there. If you're watching and you like the video, please do put a little thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Helps the videos get out more. Let's pull an oracle card to start this energy off. Oh, I got the most beautiful gift from my friend Wendy. A friend of hers is making hemp oil type stuff, and it's a beautiful, look at it, it's gorgeous, and it's got this roll on, so you can roll it wherever you want it to go. So, hi C, welcome Carrie, how are you doing? Long time no chat. So, welcome in. I'm getting messages from Sarah right now saying, oh hi, I'm just seeing this, so I'm pretty sure she's gonna come stop in on us. So oh, I'm having an issue with the energies, Carrie. My goodness, like my everything hurts. Holy crap. Mind you, spring and autumn are the hardest times for my body, energetic and everything else. So hi Antoinette, welcome. Just one second, I want to send a message, if I can figure out how to do this. I don't know how to do this exactly. Without losing you guys. Well, I don't know how to, so I'm not going to. How about that? Just leave it. Just leave it. It's all good. Nothing has to be ran for right now. We can all just be. So I've been drinking some ginger tea because my throat feels a little off and feeling tired. Just Yeah. Worn out. Worn on all levels of wornness. My hair's bugging me. Like, you see how like I'm fidgety? Yes, I am, Carrie. I'm in Canada. How did you ever guess such a thing? Is it my accent? How's everything going for you guys? I've got the Death card and the Ace of Wands. Transformation. Oh, well, out of endings come brand new beginnings. Death card, so much like scorpionic energy with Scorpio full moon coming up in a few days. Passionate opportunities. This is really a form of awakening. Anything can happen. It's like it's like a, how do we say? It's an all bets are off type of time. So anything can happen. Anything can happen. Tell me about the Death card, please. I'm going to pull one from my small tarot to clarify. Now I'm getting messages, see? I don't hear from people all day. And then this is how it goes. Yep. Sorry, I'm back. Didn't realize that would take me off the live, but I'm back. My bad. Anyways, yeah. So I have, yeah. My daughter was just wishing me a Death Capricorn for me. I don't know. Death is Scorpio energy, the Death card. Oh, and the Chariot. Fast forward movement. A lot of water energy, that's for sure. An ending creates brand new beginnings. And movement forward. Been carrying a heavy burden. Communication coming in. It's like a new idea. It's the Page of Wands, and then after that you get the Ace of Wands. So there's kind of like a bigger opportunity stepping up for you than anyone. Oh, I see why you say Capricorn. Just flipped over in the deck. Carrying a heavy burden to some past energies, I guess, hey? Ace of Wands, tell me about the Ace of Wands, please. It says no surprise. Right now I pulled that. Page of Swords, brand new beginnings with communication. So there's, everything seems kind of foggy right now as opposed to, well, what's going on, I suppose. It could be Capricorn energy as well. I'm not sure fully. I'd have to Google it. I'm not an astrologer, and I don't pretend to be. I don't know all of the energies behind the cards or what signs they belong to. It's almost like there's some challenging truth coming about an opportunity that was missed previously, or wondering how to turn that missed opportunity into something fantastical. And then I have the Four of Wands. So it's something that really could affect the home front. But the Four of Wands next to the Ace of Wands is Five of Wands. So there's a lot of internal conflict going on between crown chakra and root chakra. So there wants to be movement forward. Truths want to be spoken. It's like there's energy that wants to be transformed, even is asking to be transformed, I would say. It's like carrying a heavy burden. There's some sort of toxic thing somebody could have wrapping up or coming back around that has to do with a Cancer and a fire sign child. We also have Aquarian energy. Why do I feel like it's like people feel like they're doing a really having fantastic movement forward, but then all of a sudden it's like usually I say how they have a spiritual brick wall. It's almost like you are released from the shackles that hold you from the past, from toxicity, from things, all types of things. And unfortunately, when that happens, there's not a whole lot of knowing what to do with that energy, you know. A lot of times there's not a whole lot of knowing what to do with that energy that comes around, because it's you've had a trajectory for quite so long and you wanted the movement forward, and then when the movement forward comes, it's like, okay, well, okay, now what do I do? It's almost like, how would you feel without that old wound haunting you, without that old wound tying you down, without that old wound being a part of your life? If you actually let it go and heal thyself of that scenario, that situation, that old thing, life will be okay without it. You can let that old wound go. You don't have to hold on to it. People say, well, maybe there's more to learn. Well, can you let it go and then trust that if there's more to learn, that it will come back around in due process and time for you to learn it? A lot of times we hang on to the process of learning and growing and really moving, creating this movement forward, like I said, to let go of that. But we want to hold on. Yeah, we want to hold on to something because it's familiar, whether it's toxic or otherwise. Can we release that old wound? It reminds me of one of the cards in the postcards from Spirit. This is the exact one. Can you believe that? Exact one. Dear you, human beings spend a huge percentage of life asleep, not just in bed, but the kind where you forget you are a spiritual, immortal being taking on temporary human form. It's not your fault. Everyone suffers from spiritual amnesia once in a while. As you develop an identity, an ego, you begin to see through the eyes of the small self and have less connection to your soul self. You may not recognize this is going on, but you sure can feel it. We are here to remind you to look through your soul's eyes and see the magic. That magic is everywhere. Infinite potential lies in spirit, who is teaming with you to fulfill the contract you made to contribute to the whole evolution of the world. Wake up and remember that all the help you need is orchestrated in the invisible realms. Your mind, in alignment with divine intelligence, is unstoppable. The world is yours to co-create. Okay, that's not the card I thought it was. Yeah, it's kind of like a, hi Sarah, welcome. It's kind of like the energy of you will be okay without that old wound, and to allow that old wound to go, allow it to flow from you, not through you anymore. You've done the throughness of the old wound. It's time to let it flow away from you and embrace the energy of healing just by absolutely believing that you've been healed. But then, like I said, that's fast forward movement for a lot of people. So how do we embrace that fast forward movement? And that's where the pain comes in. The death card that turns into resurrection and life, you see. I love these cards. So in this death and the resurrection of life, awakening to true potential, awakening to new passions, awakening to all of those things, there's old wounds that we can let go of. We don't have to work through them anymore. It's like the world card. It's like it's opening for you, and you get to step through that portal of energy into your next journey. It doesn't mean you're leaving the people behind or the lessons or the whatever, but you're leaving that toxic wound. It doesn't have to be part of you moving forward. Such a misconception we carry, that all things that happen to us make us who we are. Such a misconception. Why do I say it's a misconception? Because if you carry even all of those things that happened to you and turn them into valuable lessons and carry them forward with you, it still inevitably leaves you tied to the negative, energetically speaking. That's what Abraham Hicks teaches. Yeah. Interesting concept. Do you know that you'll be okay without that old wound? Goodness, I wish that card would just appear as if by magic. Yeah. That would be amazing. So anyway, I pulled that card for a friend in a reading at her home recently, and how beautiful was that? Yeah. And perhaps, you know, I myself have been letting go of some old wounds, which is why there's been such the emotional heaviness. It doesn't take a lot of energy to carry an old wound when you're comfortable in that old wound. In fact, it's the opposite. It takes less energy, or so you feel, because you've been there for so long. But to leave that old wound and let it not be a part of you any longer, to leave it, like literally leave it, like it was in a parallel dimension or a parallel life, to literally leave that old wound behind and step into a new cycle, like it's all about new growth, whether it's new wounds, new blessings, new whatever. Yes, you are an evolved spirit and ascension has happened, but ascension has happened because you acknowledge spirit, not because you necessarily fought battle with old wounds. I'm really going to have to listen to this video again, because I think that was pretty amazing. I don't even think I could say it again quite the way I said it. Yeah, it is a big energetic job for sure. It's a much lesser energetic job when you can allow it to go as if it's not part of you and hasn't been part of getting you exactly to where you're at. It's just been part of the journey. It's not the destination. It's not even a wound on your skin or your soul anymore. Even wounds on your skin heal and don't leave scars at times, right? Our wounds, our shadow side, dealing with all that stuff is only as painful and as scarring and as sorrowful as we tell ourselves it is. If those old wounds are dealt with and have been healed, it doesn't mean that we carry seeds of that old wound with us. Then people will say, here's the argument. Perhaps then people would say, right? And the carrying is so easy to carry because it's familiar and it's what we like. We don't necessarily want to break that chain of carrying the wound. If we break the chain of carrying the wound, then what is there for us to do and heal? Perhaps there's nothing to heal at this moment in time. As my beautiful little kitty admits fully in concert with a cute little meow. Perhaps there's nothing for us to heal. Perhaps there's just more being to have happen. Let's pull The Universe Has My Back card. I am the dreamer of my dreams. Some humans love change. I know one of them who adores change, even finds it painful, but will embrace it. Might go kicking and screaming, but will still embrace it. I know a human like that. It's a fast break. What people would say, well, it took you a long time to let that go. It's actually in the term of a lifetime, and many lifetimes, a very short breath in a moment that took that break, that broke a femur in half and allowed that old wound to be gone. It's such a short breath. Even this life we live, my friends, is such a short breath. It's such a short breath into the next, which is the eternal. It's funny, I was having a conversation with my daughter a couple days ago, and I said, oh, heck, don't ask me. I'm visiting here. And I thought, how much less stressful would our lives be? And I literally almost started to cry. How much less stressful would our lives be if and when we all realized that we are just visiting here in this life? We are just visiting here. Would we stop trying to take up so much space? Would we stop trying to heal what we call old wounds? If we know we are just visiting here and it's just a breath in time, how much differently would you handle circumstances, handle your own feelings, and how much differently would you face the world? How much differently would you face your visit here? I don't know about you, but I was raised that if you borrow something or you visit somewhere, when you leave, it should be left better than when you arrived, whether that's spiritually, emotionally, physically, or in any circumstance. So if that's the case, and it should be left better than when you arrived here, what would you do to make it better? What would you do to make it better? If we are just visiting here, like most starseeds would believe, we are just visiting here. We're here for a short breath in a continuous span of energy. What do you want to leave here when you're done visiting? I am the dreamer of my dreams. Have you ever thought too that your dreams have chosen you? Hi Tracy, welcome. You are the dreamer of your dreams, but is there a deeper soul energy in you that has dreamt that previously? I am a spirit having a human experience. Look at that. Whoops. I'm a spirit having a human experience. Let's call it a human visit. I'm a spirit visiting in a human form, and I'm here to get closer to love. Where we come from, whence we come from, is love. Where we shall go back to is love. So isn't it interesting that we choose to come here to get closer to love? Get closer to love in the extensive or expansive energy of in a way that seems intangible when we are in spirit form. And we choose, if it is true that we choose to come here, like, that's eye-opening. We choose to come here to visit. Have you ever picked a holiday and paid for it and saved money for it and then went to go there and say, I didn't choose to come here? Right. Paradoxical intent. That's interesting. What is your paradoxical intent? If we intend to come here in such a paradoxical way, what is your paradoxical intent? If you intend to be love, show love, what is the paradox in that? How can one know love unless they are in lack of it? So if you come here to be love, to give love, to learn what love is, kind of the only way to do that in my human mind I'm processing at the moment is to go through the lack thereof. And it's all about reflection. It's about non-judgment. It's not about judging yourself or others. Understanding that we are all just here to visit, and we bring an energy of love, care, and compassion. If we do that for others, how then too shall we not do that for ourselves? Can we not sit there and simply say, you know what, it's okay not to do today. It's okay not to be anything today. It's okay just to simply pick up a little furry friend and love on them and have them purr. She hates it when I pick her up mostly. Hi, honey. Would you like to meet some friends of mine? I know you haven't met any of them yet. This is my beautiful little Freya. Told you guys for a long while I'd be getting a kitty. She's 7 months old. Look over here, baby. Look at her eyes glow. She's so precious. She's just a little sweetheart, aren't you? Yeah. Look at her. And guess what? It turns out she's a Virgo. Virgo Nation. Yeah. Yeah, Mommy needed someone just like her, didn't she? What's this? What's Mommy got? She loves these little balls, loves to chase them, loves to look at them. She plays fetch. Go get it. And off she goes. So literally, that's what I've been doing, is binge watching TV shows and playing fetch with Freya. Hanging out with my daughter, you know, the usual. But being I've not been feeling so great the last few days, I decided to not go hang around people because, you know, being the times and all. All right, let's get a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. We call it Baron Reed. I love this deck. I want the map deck too eventually. Oh, look at that. This is about new cycles, my friend. Gaia's Garden. Fruition, abundance, reaping what you sow. Card number 18. I listened to a reading the other day online. It had 18, 9, 6, 6, and 6. 18 is my birthday. 9th is the month. And 6 of Cups. 6 of all of these things. It could very possibly be, but I think it could also be the online, coming online with a higher intensity where 5G is concerned, making people feel not so well. No, you can't drink Mommy's water. Yeah, I know. All the peoples are just saying how cute you are. You see, you should just soak up that love, honey. You should just soak it up. Yes, you should. Yeah. You know, before I got this cute little girl, you don't play with Mom's glasses, are you? I don't think so. How about you give those to me? Where's your toy? I throw it for you again. Go get it. Anyways, I forgot what I was saying. We were reading this. I was saying something else too. Whatever. Gaia's Garden. Let's read that one. Oh, 18. Yeah, okay. So, how do I say... they had the 18 card, 9, which is my day of birth, month birth, and 666. So they had the 6 of Cups, the 6 of Wands, and the 6 of Swords, moving away from rough times. And I was like, damn, the numbers resonate more than everything else. Seriously. For me, I guess, mind you, I've always been, I can't really actually say I've always been good with numbers. I've not been good with math, but I've been good with numbers and how resonant they are. So being it came upright, it's an ally. Is Gaia's Garden. In Gaia's Garden, you have everything you need to make your dreams come true. There's no shortage of anything, and you're constantly reminded of the law of supply. Gaia is the infinite spirit manifest in all tangible things. She represents the abundance of nature. When she comes to you as your ally, she invites you to partake for all the blessings of life. There will always be enough for everyone. Success comes to you from the fruits of your intentions, not your labors, you see? And all is well with the world as a result. This is also a sign to remind you to give thanks and maintain an attitude of humility and gratitude as your greatest good now manifests for you. Gaia's gifts are sweeter when you share them with others. Beautiful, hey? I'm going to put that one back now. All right, let's go with Antoinette, I believe, paid money first. Antoinette, do you have a question you would like, my dear? Or is that just a donation? Thank you, Sarah, for moderating for me. Interesting. I don't want it to be full screen. There we go. Nope, that's not it either. Go figure. All right. Yeah, the video is like way behind from what the words are talking about there. I don't know if I missed anybody's comment in the blocks or payment, because that one just went out. Let me go here and see. Yeah, she has. No one's donated yet, or it hasn't come through on PayPal yet, so if someone donates through PayPal, it'll come through shortly. Then I'll answer their question. I'm back and forth between apps and everything. Yeah, you can absolutely send it through Super Chat. That's fine too. Whatever works for you. I don't know if Antoinette's in the room or if she left, but let's pull a card from the Untethered Soul. Oh, there's my Freya. See? You saying hi to everybody? Hi, sweetheart. You got some smell-o-vision there. See, you can see her butt in the back. Oh, there she is. Hi, baby. What you doing? She's so cute. I'm in love with my kitty. Can I say? If you are living every experience fully, then death doesn't take anything from you. Oh my gosh, I pulled the death card, the first card. Wow. That's impressive. The one inside who is aware that you are always talking to yourself about yourself is always silent. It is a doorway to the depths of your being. Beautiful. All right, so Antoinette. Did Antoinette answer yet? I don't think so. So we're gonna, thank you, Mama Ellis. I'm gonna go to C. Carrie, let's do Carrie next. Carrie, did you put in a question? Or C? Yeah, will my new love interest Capricorn man, I'm a Leo woman, be long-term? Okay, I'm going to pull one card for you. I'm going to actually pull a deck for you, Carrie. I'm going to split it, and that is the one card that is going to answer all of your questions, okay? I'm not going to shuffle it because I haven't even touched this deck, but it's the one card that is going to answer your questions. We got the Nine of Swords. I think in this relationship, there's going to be a lot more questions, a lot of mental processing that you're going to go through until you give up to a place of losing resistance. And then I have the Eight of Swords. So it's almost like you're going backwards in your mind from the mental processing, sleepless nights, to a temporary self-imposed prison because you don't want to move in case you make the wrong move. But what the divine is showing you, I guess I had to pull more cards. I got the Ace of Pentacles. It's an opportunity. It's absolutely a wish granted in the Nine of Cups. And it's also a victory. So whatever is going to happen in this relationship, as far as long term, I don't know how many days you've been together or been in the scenario. Could it be anywhere from 17 days to a month? You could have met on the 17th of February. I'm getting 17th of February. I don't know why that is exactly, but look at this. Between the 16th and 17th. That's interesting. Anyways, you will be victorious and you will have wishes granted. It may seem like a small opportunity, but the divine wants you to know that whatever is going to happen here with this relationship, long term or otherwise, is going to make you incredibly happy. Like incredibly happy. Yeah, so that's beautiful. We like that. All right. I'm going to do AC next because I haven't heard from Antoinette. Can I trust the new guy during our time apart, long distance? I would say trust your intuition. King of Wands, not sure he wants to settle down. And I have the Three of Cups. What's your intuition tell you about those two cards? About whether you can trust that person or not? You're welcome, Carrie. So AC, I don't know. I would sit here and say it could be that he's just kind of having fun and fooling around, goofing around. I don't know if he's terribly serious. Even the King of Wands is somebody who's always looking to create the new. So if you're trusting your AC, when is this person's birthday? I want to see what the King of Wands energy portrays. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that King of Wands. 3/17, March 17th, Pisces. Yeah, look at this. This is clarifying completely different deck, the King of Wands. I believe AC travels for work. See, there's some sort of great sadness and lack of trust. Nonetheless, if nothing else, your mental capacity is being, how do we say, tried. Now, there's something about the Three of Cups here. Could there be celebration if you chose there to be and took control of things, had patience, waited long term? It's almost like I feel like you're waiting for them to step in this energy. The question is, you're asking yourself in your own thoughts, is he already this energy or is he actually this energy? Like, I don't know. And the I don't know, the Three of Swords is swords, mental, your thoughts about trust, faith, and hope, and your mind doing a stab job on your heart. Because when you get in this energy of lack of, or wanting to control through your thoughts, you end up being in a place of controlling your heart's movement. And you have to remember that your mind is there to help keep you safe, to protect you, to reason through things. I mean, it's been part of living. It's kind of what we do. But if you can give this mind energy a break and understand that whatever the two of you give to each other, it is going to yield results for you. The question is, are you going to allow the mental energy that you carry with your concern about this destroy what your heart wants with this person? Because that's what this is, raining on the inside due to your own thoughts. It's like your thoughts are causing your heart's mortality to go up fast. You see, your thoughts are causing your heart to bleed and rain and have tears, because it's like, how are your thoughts serving you? Well, I gotta know if I can trust a person, Halo. I gotta know if they're gonna play me. Well, if you already see them as King of Wands energy, I don't even know if you could trust them anyway because of the past crap you've been through. So are you gonna go on this journey with this person to learn to trust? Or are you gonna go on this journey with this person and stab your heart further with your thoughts? Are you going to give your thoughts a break and allow your heart to feel whatever it feels without putting words to it? If you're to sit there and give your mind a break and your mind thinks no words, and you feel the energy in your heart without words, towards this person, what is that energy that's in your heart? That will be your soul leading you. Your mind will come in and say, okay, well, that feeling you're feeling is sadness. That feeling you're feeling is fear. But your heart may feel heavy if you feel like it feels heavy and there's concern. My heart may feel this, but that's only your brain putting words to those feelings. Did you ever stop to think that your heart might feel heavy and it comes with a negative connotation from your brain? Your heart may feel heavy because it's carried so much love for so long. And in opening your heart, you allow that energy to flow out of you and through you, therefore making room to fill it with more love. So you can be in this energy if you choose to, or you can be in the energy of this person very well, maybe a gift to me from the divine, and I very well may be a gift to them. So let's see how it goes. It's kind of like this. I like you pretty good. Let's see how it goes. But to keep control of your mind. You might not at this point in time view that person as this emperor energy. The emperor is about taking control of the situation, but doing so with patience. Perhaps you might view this person or have the fears of them just be in it for the fun time or the whatever. But it seems to me that this person might be sitting there doing some thinking, or this might be you sitting there doing some thinking. Just don't let the stinking thinking stab your heart. It's like the divine is taking you through emotional fuckery, AC, so that you will lose resistance and give the divine the way forward. Make sense? That's what that's about. So that's the energy you're in. That's why you hope for what you hope for. So you have to decide, what is it for you? What's it going to be for you? I've got goosebumps all over me. My hairs are on end talking about that scenario. You're so very welcome, AC. All right, who's next? Mommy Alice is next. Will my daughter Rosalind and I get back on track, or is it a bust? I'm saying it's a bust for now. That's what I'm getting. It's a bust for now. There needs to be time, distance, and energy. That's what I feel. That's the, it's a matter of factness that's coming through. Let's see what the cards have to say for Mommy Alice. Is it a bust right now? Okay, well, there's been, oh my goodness. There's agreed upon mutual love between the two of you, Mommy Alice. This is soul love. This is not something either of you can walk away from. Mother and daughter are never a bust. Whether they're together or not in this lifetime is another story. But they're never a bust because there's a soul connect. There's been feeling left out in the cold and the conflict within each of you. You're feeling, So there's a lot of brokenness here. There's a lot of walls. There's almost like a competition for whose soul is going to win the battle between you and your daughter. Someone's angry about, could be money, could be lies that have been told. Why do I say lies? Because someone feels lies have been told and they want to walk away from the lies that are confusing them. But you see, you have to remember that this in the tarot is lying, cheating, and stealing. Right? But you have to remember, swords are about thoughts. It's about what your mind does. Your mind takes what you know and gets the hell out while the getting's good. The thing is, with these two swords left behind, you can never get to the 8 of swords, 9 of swords, 10 of swords, and through the cycle mentally if you leave these two behind. So what that tells me is that you and your daughter, not either or, you and your daughter are in a cycle of, should I fight for it or should I walk away? You get to the go, okay, that's it, I'm just going to leave it for now and do the thing, and then you head right back to the 5 of swords. And you might even go back to the 2 of swords experience the heartbreak again, and the Three of Swords take the time to think about it for like 4 weeks or something, and then all of a sudden, bam, back in the Five of Swords energy, something happens, and then in your mind you're like start freaking out. So you end up in this cycle between Two of Swords, Five of Swords, Seven of Swords, and then someone decides they're going to walk away. But you have to remember, before the Eight of Cups comes the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is all about making a choice and a decision. It's not picking one of the cups that's in front of the person on the Seven of Cups card. It's about picking yourself. You are the eighth cup. Self-love is the eighth cup. As you put that cup there, the other Seven of Cups, and take yourself into consideration, you will do what's best for you. You will either walk away from it for a time and head on a journey. This isn't about leaving your cups behind, because you can't get to the Nine of Cups unless you have all the Eight of Cups with you. You see the story here with numbers. Yeah. So you see that situation. So the Seven of Cups, you've got to take that cup that is you and add it to it and decide that your heart and your emotions matter. And as you do, perhaps you can leave it alone for a little while. Just put the cups all there. Take yourself on a new journey to find that Nine of Cups, something that's going to fulfill you massively. You cannot get to a Ten of Cups with your daughter unless you and her both come to the table with your cup. When you are in Nine of Cups energy, if you want to get to the Ten of Cups energy with the happy family, the happy soul relationship with your daughter, I'm going to tell you right now, you cannot do it unless you are secure in your own cup. That will always be the cup that is missing from the Ten of Cups if you are at Nine of Cups. So as we sit here, my darling, in this energy of this, there's a chakra battle that you're very passionate about. What's the truth? What do I know that I know? What can I intuit from my third eye? What can I speak as the truth? What does my heart say about the situation? Where does my solar plexus sit, and where does my root chakra sit? Where does my sacral chakra sit in this scenario? There's mass mixed alignment within you and within your daughter. And it all has to do with what somebody has lied to themselves about or heard lies through others and have adopted those thoughts as their own. You see, this is why numbers are so important in tarot. Hi, One Zoe, welcome. They're so, so important in tarot. This card just fell out of the other one. It's not a bust forever, but it's a let it go and let it ride with the divine for now. Because this card is about setting the past in a boat and letting it die. Isn't that beautifully fitting? And it's like paying homage to it. Isn't it beautifully fitting as you move forward into Scorpio energy of the Death card? Beautifully fitting. All right, Mummy, I hope that helped you for that question. Now the next one Mummy had. Oh, yeah. I'm going to do Mummies all together. I'm on a dating app, and is this a good thing for me personally? I sense your fear about it, but yes, it is. Yeah, you don't get, this is a choice between two. You may end up in a circumstance, and that could be where your fear is about it. Is that choosing between how you thought that you were going to find a relationship or how a relationship would come to you, and how in today's day and age, we're actually all taking steps to bring that to us in different ways. So do we go with the masculine side of things, or how things should be done? Or do we go with the feminine side of things and say, well, it's about loving myself, and however love comes to me, that's important. So there's a decision here, not between whether to be on a dating site or not, but more so, like you said, about what's right for you or not. I don't know that either one is right or wrong. They simply are. I guess the question here is, tell me, Divine, what's the biggest question here? There's a question of safety for you, Mommy Ellis, about safety. It's like, if I open myself up to that many people at once, then I can't keep my walls up. What if I put my dating profile on there and I'm on there and I get all these messages? How do I know I can trust anybody when it just feels good to have the attention? It just feels good to have the attention. You see? So it's a passionate new opportunity for you to learn and grow, and you've got this whole dating thing, and you very well could end up with somebody who is going to teach you a lot, very level-headed even, I might say, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. They could come to you in a way that is unexpected, hence dating, a dating site. And it could very well bring a tower moment to you, because I think you've believed that dating sites are just foo-foo. It's like, you know, how could I trust a dating site? I think there's this tower moment and fear of ending, but this tower moment that's happening, the divine is trying to give you what you desire, but it's going to come in a form you don't expect and through means you don't expect. Simple, plain and simple. Not sure which way to move forward. Not sure if you can trust yourself, but the divine is opening a brand new cycle for you. They would like you to be patient with yourself, because the road that you are on is going to bring you a bounty and gifts from spirit. Your ships are going to come in some sort of way. So it's not about finding the love of your life on a dating site, but the journey nonetheless is going to help your soul grow and help you become more prominent in you. I think you're going to have a choice between 2 or 3 different people. Mommy Ellis, that is your message for the dating site. All right. Now, let's go to who is next. AC. Can I trust the new guy? During our talk, I answered that one. Do you see new opportunities to keep steady in my current company? Tracy. Or no, that was AC. Do I see new opportunities for you to... AC. Whoops, AC. Whoops. Wow. Girl, hell yeah. I got the leap of faith. If you're thinking about looking elsewhere, take the leap of faith. If you're thinking about looking for promotion inside your company, take a leap of faith. Hi, Britt. Welcome. The divine wants you to cast your net in many different places. That's when the communication is going to come your way. Unable or unwilling to make a decision as to whether to cast your net very well may bring challenging information your way. So make the decision to take a leap of faith and put little feelers out there everywhere, and then it opens up more opportunities for the divine to bring bounty your way in any job you situation you're in. Can't hurt to look elsewhere. Heck, when you go on a dating site, here's a good example. You go on a dating site and there's all these profiles out there. Do you just talk to one person? Do you just send one message? Why would you do that in a company? Why would you just put what you're worth towards one company? Why wouldn't you cast your net many places and see what happens? You see? Brings you the 10 of Cups, absolute happiness in the end of a cycle. That's beautiful. Just saying. That's for AC. All right. I'm going to go look and see if anything happened on the PAL. Nope, got nothing on the PAL yet. Okay, so we'll go to... Oh, it always stops when I do that. It's so frustrating. Oops. There we go again. You can do it, YouTube. I know you can. Thank you. Look at me encourage YouTube along. How nice is that, right? Okay, so next person up is Tracy. Tracy, darling. That's okay, Tracy. I'll get your question here in a sec. I'm just going to shuffle. Tracy, what do you view as your twin flame? That's a good question. I have very different thoughts about twin flames. Okay. So I feel what you think is your twin flame is anybody who can resonate with you, mirror your energy back to you. It's almost like you want to date someone who's like you because you're cool, you're awesome, you think that you have what it takes to do this life in this world. The reason I ask about what you think of as a twin flame is because there's so much talk around the water cooler. Yeah, I feel much the same, Britt. There's so much talk around the water cooler about, on tarot channels and otherwise, about twin flame energy. I will never in my life pray for a twin flame. I will never do it, just like I won't pray for patience. Why would I do that to myself? Just to give God or divine a reason to go ahead and give me reasons to try to be patient? I'm practicing self-love now. You see? Halo's practicing self-love. So anyway, but if you're up to the challenge, I'm going to say, I don't know that they're your twin flame, but it's almost like there's a misskewed perception of what twin flame energy is. I believe this person or you could come in and teach this person a lot. I believe in using your intuition, there will absolutely be a wheel of fortune moment, a time of very positive change. But I believe you're going to need to use your intuition in a massive, massive way. I want to tell you that there's third-party interference as well. It's not cheating or whatever, but this could be family members or friends saying, oh man, don't put your eggs in all one basket. Oh man, don't do this, or oh man, don't do that. And you're going to start to see this very clearly by that person's actions. And it's almost like this whole journey or whatever you're going through is really going to heighten your intuition. Yeah, I think you have some sort of nudges from spirit already about the whole situation and scenario, and you're going to be able to cut out the crap and really see things for what they are. Really see things for what they are. So that's what I've got in my cards. The thing is, when you deal with something like that with your ex, look at this though. See, I'm pulling the 1111 card. There's something about your ex. Yeah, that's what I thought. I wanted to pull one more card to see what was going on. After the 1111 card, I get the 9 of Swords. So see, there's some sort of lack of trust that you have where commitments are concerned anyway. And it's almost like the lack of trust. It's almost, and because that's happened, and I don't feel that energy's cleared out for you to a certain extent, I want to tell you that until that energy's cleared out, Tracy, that's exactly kind of what you're going to manifest in the new as well. So we manifest where energy is at, not what we hope to have happen, you see. Yeah. Why do I say that? Because with the 9 of Swords on top of the 4 of Wands, this is about marriage, commitment, a reason, something to celebrate. You would love to share with your family. You'd like to move forward. But even that energy brings you fear and this is to the point where your mind is doing so much work. The 3 of Swords is stabbing your heart. Could you imagine a heart with 9 swords in it? You've got to put your mind to rest. Allow all the words to flow out of your brain, out of your whatever. The mind is no longer allowed to put words to your emotions. If you're excited about something, don't allow your mind to say you're excited about it. Oh, I feel this feeling in my chest. I feel this thing, this thing. All of a sudden, when your mind says excitement, nope, you say nope. And your mind says bliss, nope. All of the old words go away. And all of a sudden, as you feel this feeling, you think, oh, wait a second. It's my heart growth I'm feeling. You see, when you give your mind a break from giving all of the words as to what your emotions are, and you say, no, mind, you're not allowed to do that. Like this feeling is like, people would call it maybe anxiety. No, mind, you're not allowed to do that. Oh, this feeling, excitement. No, mind, you're not allowed to do that. It comes up with a new word, and all of a sudden that feeling has that new word, and that feeling for you is growth, absolute growth. You see. What's the outcome of this relationship, this new man? What's the outcome, tarot cards? Do tell me what the outcome is. Scorpio, huh? 11/11, huh? Scorpio full moon, huh? That's going to affect him big time. Pay attention to what happens with this guy around the Scorpio full moon 26, 27, depending on where you are in the world. Moving away from rough waters to calm waters. But see, it's like you and your inner child there. You see. I've never really looked at this card as a person and their inner child beside them. But will you protect your emotions now? You see. Will you transform yourself in understanding and let your mind move to calmer waters? Oh, right. That sounds familiar. Yeah. Challenging beginning for you. But it will be your crown and glory. The divine says you have what it takes to do this situation and do this relationship, or you wouldn't be getting this sword. This sword, I believe, is what comes after all the way to the 10. Then you get the Ace of Swords. This is the sword that the King and Queen of Swords holds, you see. Your crown and glory. But really and truly, if it comes after the Jack, Queen, and King in the playing cards, and then you find the Ace, so your brand new beginning starts after you become logical in a certain way. Maybe. I don't know. It depends on how you want to take it, where you put it in the tarot. As you embrace that new truth. I love the World card. People say, well, that's the end of a cycle. I say, no. Now, this is the energy you're in, Tracy. You have a truth that you've accepted. You have the portal of energy opening, the World card, to step into the new. And as this portal of energy opens for you to step in, a lot of times you're in the new and then you're in the old. You're in the new and then you're in the old, until something happens in the new that totally draws you that way, and then the old is left behind. Or you decide to stay in the old and go through cycles again, which isn't necessary. If the divine is giving you this opportunity to step forward into a brand new cycle, it's not about a person, leaving a person behind and moving forward. It's about you and about your spiritual growth and about your energy. What cycle do you want to leave behind? The divine's giving you the opportunity to do that. Amen, Sarah. Amen. Yep. Beautiful. Tootie all, is my son going to be gay? Then I would say the question is possibly yes. Oh, actually, I just got, or the answer is possibly yes, but I just got, is it strictly gay? We have LGBTQ. It could be any one of those. I think there's a lot of apprehensiveness about it because of family beliefs and how people believe a person should be based on someone's spiritual foundation, but I see that changing. I see someone's spiritual foundation changing. Have I ever told you, Tootie, about my son experience? I went to pick him up from preschool at 4 years old. 3 years old? Something like that. 3, maybe. And they were all having costume time, and all of the boys were in their fireman costumes and all this. My son was in a dress, high heels, and a purse. He says to this day it's because he wanted to be like his mom. But I'm telling you, something in me told me in that moment he was not like his mom. Although he does like men, he's gay. So anyway, it comes to, I guess, what, 10th grade maybe-ish? Somewhere in there. He had such a hard time, and he came home really angry one day, and I went up to talk to him, and he was just so upset. You're very welcome, Tracy. And I said to him, son, I want to talk to you. And he said, not now. And that's unlike him. He's always open to me. So I knew it was even a more rough day than I expected. You see, this is offering love and the new, but it's got a bit of a surprise in there for you. So I left him for about 20 minutes and went back up and sat beside him. He let me in. I said, so you're having a rough time? He said, yep. And he started to cry. I said, son, I think it's time you come out of the closet. I think it's time you just step into your fullest life and accept the fact that you're gay, and that you need to move forward in whatever area, whatever way that was. And he looked at me, he's like, how did you know? I said, son, you are my boy. It's my job to know these things. You see, he was stunned and he started crying. He said, Mom, but I don't know what to do. I can come out of the closet, but I don't know what to come out as the closet as all I know is I'm different. I said, then embrace your differentness and don't put a name to it. Just embrace who you are. Experience different things. Love yourself. Just be who you are. Just love yourself and be who you are. Doesn't matter if you're gay. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter what you know. And you will absolutely have celebration. You will absolutely have celebration. Absolutely. It may be a challenging start because of family beliefs and all these types of scenarios. But I'm telling you, if anybody in any space, time, even not with my gay son, but with any of my children, wants to challenge my child in front of me, they are going to meet a mama bear. Because my child, it really is a grown child, in my eyes, is none of my business. If it's none of my business as their mother, it sure as fuck ain't no one else's business. Sometimes a child doesn't know exactly what they are. So that could be why you're having the confusion about what your child exactly is. But allowing them the space and the freedom with your support to figure it out creates a solid foundation for that child to decide what it is there. I know what kind of mom I want to be. I want to be the kind of mom that always gives my child the benefit of the doubt. So even in the end, if they did something wrong or whatever and had to come to apologize to me, at least then I'd know I had stood beside them. I never want one of my children to come to me and say, you didn't stand beside me, you didn't have my back. I would rather face a firing squad than hear that any day of the week. I can't even believe it. Literally. It's not your concern. Spirit has a hold of his life, whether your son is gay or not. I wouldn't worry about whether you're confusing him or not, because you two are together for a reason. And you must trust him. If he says he's straight, then believe he is straight. until proven otherwise. And then you can say, why didn't you tell me? Maybe it's fear. Because he's facing a bloody battle as it is. And I wonder if he actually feels like he's alone in it. Maybe he is straight, and maybe he feels like he's alone in that too. So maybe the question isn't about whether you're confusing him or it's not about you. It's about saying to your son, I don't care what you are. I don't care what your sexual preference is. I don't care what you are. It's not my business. That's your business. All I know is my job as a mom. It's my job to support you in whatever you are. So if you say you're straight, awesome. Great, you're straight. If next day he says, I think I might be gay, awesome. Today you're gay. Awesome. Next day he says, well, I might be transgender. It's like, awesome. Today you're transgender. That's awesome. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not about what he is. It's about who he is. And you can mirror who he is by who you are. Let's not use our mind to put labels on someone else's heart as well as our own. Let's just let it be and love. That's the best thing you can do to protect him. That's the best thing you can do to protect him, is to say, hey, you know what? You're gay? Awesome. You're straight? Awesome. I don't care what you are. It's not my business. Your sexual preference is not my business. What's my business is to be your mom and to create a safe place for you, and that's that. I love you. I don't care. I don't really care what it is you are. All I care is that you're protected and loved, and that you know my arms are always a safe place for you. Because as far as I'm concerned, you could paint yourself black and call yourself Black tomorrow on Indian and walk around naked and have a spear. I don't care. It's a safe place for you to be who you are. That's all you need to be for your children. They don't need your judgment. In fact, your judgment, you're saying anything else, all of that sort of stuff. If he's being bullied in school, she even more so needs to be this way, because I guarantee you he doesn't get that at school. It's not about forcing him to admit what he is, because probably he can't even admit it to himself if he's being bullied. Let's pull an inner child card for him. Let's pull an inner child card for him. What's his inner child asking for? What's his inner child want? I'm telling you, this is what his inner child is doing right now. It's going for the gold. Look at that. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. His inner child, his soul, is taking him exactly where he's supposed to be. He is going for the gold. In his own life, he's being called forward by his spirit. Look at that beautiful energy. Look at that beautiful energy, a waterfall of gold sunlight. He is being called to who he is. It doesn't matter what he is, what he says he is. Spirit's calling him forward. And that card was the only card that flipped up. What you're not seeing in the circumstance. Laugh out loud. Just have fun. Be in joy. It's not about the labels or about being what he needs in whatever moment. The card there says going for the gold. Let's read what the book has to say about going for the gold, shall we? We can all have times when we feel annoyed or frustrated with ourselves or others around us, and this can affect the way we behave. This is when you need to go for the gold. So see yourself standing under a shower of golden water, allowing it to cover your body from head to toe, and see yourself diving into a pool of gold water, splashing around and having fun. You will instantly feel calm and relaxed about your situation and find a positive solution to move forward. He's a vibrational earth child. Know that gold, as it surrounds them, helps to ease their mood and fill them with feelings of peace and contentment. Does he wear gold jewelry, or does he like gold things? There's something about gold that's really going to soothe your son. It's like a baptism in golden awesome sauce. And then the laugh out loud card, and in the book it said to, you know, have fun there. Eager beaver. So someone's very eager to get a head start, to put the labels on the situation. But there's a question. These cards are coming out to just say everything. There's a question quest. If he doesn't know and you don't know, then it's okay just not to know. I understand that we're all eager to put labels to things. This is eager beaver and this is question quest. You see, so what is the proper question to ask? Maybe not what gender do you feel yourself as, or what do you prefer? Perhaps the question more to ask is something different. How can I support you in whatever? Hi, O. How can I support you in whatever? And alas, ask for help. Ask the divine to help show you the way. There's transformation coming, but there's some sort of shyness about it. So you may be on the right track there with him being gay or something different, but it's about being that safe place for him to find himself in that. Am I doing a good job with him? I did have to change my way of thinking. He is a really awesome person, super high IQ, B-Day 726. No jewelry. That's a yes, Tootie. That's a yes. Just do as your soul calls you to do. He's your son, so you can learn from him. And you're his mom, so he can learn from you. So do as your soul feels called to do. There's going to be movement forward, but you see, you've got to get past the mental fuckery you're in. This is like manipulation. It's like wanting to put a name to something, manipulating the movement forward. If you manipulate the movement forward in any way, you're going to be working at it alone. Because I don't think anyone's asked the right question yet in the circumstance. So maybe ask divine to give you the right question to ask your son. If there's something you want to know, or there's something that's just something, ask the divine to give you the right question to ask him. Or maybe it's not about asking. Maybe more the question is, how does this affect me? And how am I going to handle it, regardless of what he says? It could create some conflict within a family structure. It could create some conflict and movement forward as to how you deal with your family. I think there's a lot of fear about that. A lot of fear in the stability of a hierarchy, perhaps, within the family or within the masculine energy for you and feminine energy. Yes, you're doing a good job, but it's like you're punishing yourself because you don't think you are. Apologize to yourself and accept the beautiful communication and surprise that will come to you. This is communication that would delight any soul. It's not about bracing yourself for the communication. It's about accepting it before it happens. Whatever it is, you're doing a fantastic job. Things are going to move at a fast pace. Communication coming from a distance that causes conflict. I'm telling you, is there fear around your family about this whole situation? I love that song, Sarah. That's a good song. So you're doing a fantastic job with him. Yes, I just spoke the truth, but you need to give it some time. It'll take some time to deal with it and to grow, to walk away from any confusion into the union you and he are supposed to grow together. Good. Let him be so different. Oh, thank God he's so different. My good God, if you've been brought a starseed earth vibrational child that is so different, I am telling you, what does that tell you the divine thinks of you? If you have been brought this beautiful, different soul, and that soul chose you as their mom. Before he came into you was chosen. He chose you. By divine right, he chose you. That's beautiful. All right, let's pull an energy of the 7, or oracle of the 7 energies for you. I should be a millionaire by now then, if that's the case. Who knows, maybe I will be. So, interesting. With the Scorpio full moon coming, we have willing release. And it's card number 49, which equals an 11. Willing release. It's like that dandelion seed that we blow on and make a wish and then release whatever comes to us. Let's read that card. I love this card. It's beautiful. Not easy, but it's beautiful. You have to remember that the children that come to you are not your children. They are the divine's children. You have been brought here to guide and to teach them, but they are not yours. You are a portal that they passed through into this life. You have got to be able to let go of your child and allow Spirit Source, the divine, to do the work that you cannot. And in doing so, in the willing release, that is when the beauty comes to you. Because I can't tell you how many nights with my children I sat there and cried and didn't know what to do, how to handle things. My daughter come upstairs one time, I think she was like 14 or 15, and says, "Are you okay, Mom?" She saw me crying. And I said, "Yeah, I'm okay." She goes, "What's wrong?" And she hugs me. I said, "Well, I'm just worried about your brother." And I said, "And when I'm worried, I cry and I pray. I pray to God to give me the answers, to show me the way. And if he doesn't show me the way and I can't find the way, I ask him to help me do nothing." Because in the doing nothing is the willing release. And in the willing release is when the divine can get to work. 49. I'm telling you, the way I have raised my children and the way I've done things on this channel, there's been so many times it's come up about children and advice. I almost feel like I should start a channel just on parenting. Not that I have all the answers, let me tell you. Willing release. Yielding to the divine plan. Very much so, Sarah. In fact, he probably views himself as normal, and maybe he thinks everybody else is different. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer. What did I just say? I can't even right now. And focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean give up altogether or lose anything. Remember that in our co-creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and take any necessary action, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants, needs, and desires. You have put in the work, defined your desires and felt them deeply, and engaged your higher power. Now, you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy. Impatience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart, can that really be so difficult? If you believe, I have said this so many times, if you believe that who is sent to you, the people you talk to, when you breathe, you wake up in the morning, even while you sleep, anything that happens, any person that sits across from you, it's really a compliment. You have got to understand that who sits across from you is what you are meant for. It's a compliment that the divine would give you such a unique personality, being in your life to help guide and to grow and to help them through their life. It's such a compliment. It tells you what the divine thinks of you. It tells you about your capabilities as a divine being here, visiting here in this human form. If you have the absolute faith that whatever happens in your day, whoever sits across from you, whoever, whatever, in any way, in any circumstance, is absolutely meant to be there at any given moment and tells you how the divine feels about you and is a reflection of who you are, I'm telling you, your life will flourish and you will lose resistance to all things that come your way, even if it doesn't feel good, because our brain tells us that it doesn't. But our heart knows it's absolutely where we're supposed to be. You're welcome, Krista. He's meant to be somewhat pompous. Come on. He's in August season. Yeah, he's Virgo, but come on, he's in August season. He's like got Leo and bred in him somewhere. He's meant for big things and good things. Let him be pompous. It may be his downfall to a certain extent, but what is someone's downfall in one way will be absolute his raising up in another. Allow them to fall. Allow them to grow and just be there to wrap your arms around them so that they know that their mom's love is infinite. That's it. Your love is to be infinite. That's it. That's it. Good night, Britt. Take care. You're so very welcome. Amen to that, Krista. I'm so glad I could help you, Tootie. If you'd like a more personal in-depth reading, information's below. Anybody that would. Oh, and you know what? If you guys stick around for, well, I've done a lot of messages, but if you guys stick around, I could do a reading for everybody in the room, just a general overall reading, since we went over $100 tonight. That's what I'm going to do for now on. When we go over $100, I'm going to do a reading for everybody in the room, and it will resonate as it resonates. You can take it as you will, but I guarantee you it will be powerful. Whoops, I'm losing cards already. On the floor, everywhere. All right, let's see what the divine has for you. We're going to start with a postcard from Spirit, everyone in the room. A postcard from Spirit to lead the reading. It's going to be what the reading centers around. Usually I do postcard from Spirit at the end, but we're going to do it at the beginning this time. First card we have. You're welcome, Sarah. Dearest you, oh, this is beautiful. I love this card. Dearest you, a rigid tree branch breaks under strong winds, yet flexible seaweed survives powerful ocean swells. Right now, we gently remind you that being flexible is a good choice when faced with life's challenges. Surrender your fixed ideas, your mentality, to Spirit, who knows what is in your highest good and can deliver to you what you need in an appropriate form in this moment, rather than fighting or being too serious of your way working out. Be a little looser and allow for another outcome. Compromise can be the best way forward if you are to learn new ways of doing and seeing. That can be compromise with Spirit as well, right? Not just people around you. Stay aware, curious, and teachable. Take life on life's terms. Your purpose may push you in a direction not on your map. Let it. Be so flexible that no storm can uproot you. In the end, you will still be rooted in the world, in abundance, and you will indeed experience the beauty that is yours. We love you so, so much. Beautiful. Let's pull a tarot card on either side of that, please. First one is you're at a crossroads deciding. It doesn't even matter which path you take as long as you take the one that you're passionate about. And the thing I can understand in any situation is that we're passionate about being the highest version of ourselves, come down to earth as we visit here. Absolutely. This is somebody making the decision in order to be flexible. And what's that going to do? It's going to put away the toxic behavior. It's going to put away what you feel tied to. It's like if you feel tied to control or you feel tied to a certain way coming out, that's what it's going to do. It's going to break these ties as you decide to become more flexible and be the energy of it's whatever. It's whatever. Not my circus, not my monkeys. The divine's got this because it's whatever. Nothing I can do about the situation. What's come in front of me is absolutely for my highest good. Well, that's good then. If that's the case, let the divine do the divine's work. Sacred reverence. It's every moment and every person, everything that comes into your life is absolutely about sacred reverence. This is what I was talking about. When anything comes across your path in a day, it's about having sacred reverence for it. Having sacred reverence for the tree that these cards are printed on as paper. Having sacred reverence for the fact that I have a channel I can come and share my heart with people. Sacred reverence for the fact that everything I've been through in my life somehow now is not for naught, or it feels like it's not, even though it never would have been for naught anyways. Really practicing a spirit of gratitude. Now, this isn't about gratitude being thankful. To me, it's about great attitude in every circumstance. So how can you have a great attitude in every circumstance? If you believe everything is there for you as it should be, and it's not ever brought to you by circumstance or coincidence or whatever, that it's absolutely by divine intervention that something is in front of you. That's when you move through life with great attitude and great intention. That's a beautiful intention to set for your life. Couple more cards. Sacred reverence for all things, even the relationships that are hard, even when a check bounces in the bank. Sacred reverence for the experience of being here, able to visit what this life experience is, able to understand that this small breath of time that we are here is meant for us to learn how to release, how to allow the divine to be in our life here and to co-create with them when we're not actually like with them on the other side. Well, there's a tower moment for some of all y'all. There could be decisions that are going to be made that are going to blow your mind and put you on a complete new trajectory. The divine wants you to do it. You have everything in your arsenal to do this, to create the movement forward. Also, Scorpio energy in the tower. We're getting repeating cards here. Totally different deck. You are going to see things incredibly clearly, and there will be fast forward movement. It's almost like there's been some stale energy, and there may be some conflict that needs to come about in order to move things. Otherwise, well, we all like things comfy and cozy as they are. So as this conflict comes forward, you will know it's time for you to move. Can't even. You can tell Scorpio full moon's coming, just saying. absolute change in idea about how to handle your foundation financially and spiritually, because money is very spiritual, in case you don't know, brings about a brand new opportunity. Now, there may be people that feel defensive about it, or you may end up having to fight off the offers. But the thing is, you have the higher ground here. You have the higher ground here. There's no need to be defensive. It's almost like if someone has a victory, then they have the need to defend what they've already been victorious over. It's like, well, this is mine now, so I defend it. Let's understand that as we all visit here, there is no need to defend anything, because nothing here in the present time is actually yours. You don't take it with you when you go, and you didn't bring it with you in when you came. The only thing you brought in is your soul and who you are here to be. And our divine purpose in life, in my opinion, is to learn what love is and to be it. Our divine mission, what you choose to do with that love in any given moment, how you choose to bring that love to the table. Some people for a cycle will be a mom. Okay. Some people then for a cycle, that is their absolute life path. Absolute life path in that moment for that cycle is to be a mom. Absolutely. You never stop being a mom, but to be a mom that intensely as they're growing. Secondarily, your next divine mission could be to do all of the things that you weren't able to do to show love previously. That is, it's not about your divine life purpose is not about, well, what should I do with my life? What is my purpose? Your purpose is to come here and be love, learn what love is, and show that love outward. And what your life thing is to do for you is to, whatever you choose, whatever venue, whatever thing you are led to, in order to show that love, in order to be that love here in the present, in the everything. And this energy, I swear to God, for you can transform your life if you understand that at a base level. How do you understand it at a base level? By simply accepting it. That's it. Understanding it's true. You will know the truth in your soul when you hear it. You will know the truth in your soul when you hear it. And what an opportunity from the divine for you to take your life purpose and make it visible. Bring it into the 3D. How you choose to do that changes in any given moment. But the fact is, when you choose to bring love, and whatever avenue you choose to do that, for that given time, I believe we all have different paths at any given time, different cycles in the life we go through. And I believe that our purpose in this life, you cannot get away from it, is to learn what love is and to be that love and move forward in that way. And whatever avenue you choose to move forward in that way is your path at the moment. So don't no longer look for your life purpose. You know what your life purpose is to be love in however you can do that. Sometimes as a mom, we look at it as such a thankless job. But I'm telling you, or even as a spouse, or as a caregiver, or anything you do, well, I could look at this as a thankless job too. It's not at all, but I mean, anyone could think that. The reality is that when you allow your heart to be open to love and understand that if you're doing that, you're already fulfilling your purpose. Just by being you, just by being present, just by choosing to come here, to bring the beautiful you that is you here. I'm telling you guys, better than that. Stop looking for your life purpose and just start being love and watch the avenues open. If you don't feel your life is full enough in how you're giving love, then give more. Give more love. My daughter said to me one time, Mom, you'll never have anything because you give so much. And I said, isn't that interesting? Because I always have something to give. Always. Love comes in many forms. So just be love, my friends. And allow love to come out of you. Have sacred reverence for who you are. and what you're doing. Every moment is sacred. I love you guys so much. Sarah, would you do me a solid and hop on a chat with me on Viber after this? I'd appreciate it if you could for a little bit. I love you guys. I hope this resonates. Oh, I appreciate you guys too. I have so much love for you all. So much love for you all. I really do. It's like it's a gift. It's an absolute gift I have been given to be able to use words to explain the way forward, to help people lose resistance. And in doing so, helps me lose resistance too. You're so very welcome. I hope to be on a little more, but it's been some rough moments in the last little while. I love you guys. You take care. I'll talk to you again soon. Blessings, and stay out of trouble or find some, whatever works for you. Good night.